All right, so the next thing we're looking at doing here is putting that center divider in. So we're actually looking at putting in a dovetail housing joint. So you might look at doing a housing joint, a stopped housing joint, a stopped housing, a stopped rebated house, all kinds of stuff. So what we'll draw here will be a dovetail housing joint. So the size of this is actually the same size as the end, but it's just going to have the dovetail cut into it. So it's a 600 by 400 by 19 mil. So we'll go back up to Fusion, with what we've drawn so far, and we're going to create new component. And component 5 is going to be the center divider. Let's say OK, and now we're in the center divider. We're going to start sketching. We're going to sketch from the front. We're going to draw ourselves a rectangle. Dimension tool, letter D. We're going to be 19 mil thick. We're then going to be 600 tall. We'll look to finish the sketch, and we're actually not going to be 400 deep. I stand corrected. We're going to be in a little bit from the back, so we can put some plywood in. We're going to sit flush at the front. You might fix your design. You might have it sit back a bit for your design. We're having to go flush with the front, and then our doors are going to sit over the front, and drawers are going to sit over the front. So we're going to make our whole thing 300, and we're 390. 390. All right, so we're now going to sketch on edge. We're going to click onto that edge. If we go to our little drawing, click down into here, and zoom down a little bit. Now we're going to go 9 mil down and 4 mil across. And so what I find here is I use my rectangle tools, and I'm going to make my little markers. So draw my rectangle, and I'm going to go down 9 millimeters. You can use different things here to do this. This is how I do my ones. I'm going to come across, use my dimension tool, and come across 4 millimeters to the right, get my rectangle, come this way, and come across dimension tool 4 millimeters this way. So now what we want to do is go from that corner to there, and that corner to there, using that line tool. So click onto that corner and go down, and still with that line tool selected from that corner, and go down. Just make sure that one there I actually haven't clicked into the corner, so make sure you're clicking into the corner when you do this. So to the line tool, into there, into there. Now, at the modify trim tool, so we're going to need to remove different bits and pieces. We're going to actually delete away that material in that corner and that material there. So I need that line to go away, that line to go away, and this line's here to go away. So that's what's going to go. I can then finish my sketch. I can then look at extruding. You can hold down shift and select 2 triangles there. If you don't do that, it may delete the other triangle. And now this piece of timber is 390 millimeters long. So minus 390. And I've now got my dovetail shape that whole entire way. I'll speed up the next part of this video. Alright, so now we're looking at, back to our drawing, and the distance from that wall to that wall is 471. So we can look and use the move tool here, and I might put this divider right on that edge, and then I can look at moving it across 471 plus the 19, so it's actually going to be moved across, what's that, 490.5. Let's see if that maths is correct. So we're at this point here, we're at that point there, we're looking at using that jointing tool, zoom in if it's a bit easier, picking on edge, on face, there we go. Now I'm going to come down to here, the part here that's going to be on edge. Oops, on a bit of an angle. So I do find this tool a little bit finicky at times. That's alright. Depending on which part of it you grab. Now we're right on edge. right there, there. So I can now look at going up minus 600. I'm now not quite flush with the top. Just about flush with the top there. Yeah, 4.5. Now I'm flush right on there. I'm now going to press enter. So at this point, I'm going to grab this section. I'm going to move 490 mil. I'm on that front view. That's where I wanted that to be. I can look at grabbing this, getting my move tool, and then I'll go minus 390. Now sitting pretty flush. Hasn't gone all the way in. Now when I go to the front, still sitting a little bit high and proud. I can look at just dropping it 1 mil at a time. Looks like it's too much. 0.7, 0.6, 0.8. There we go. So if we call that good, checking out down here. Oh, I've got some editing to do. So these are the troubleshooting things that you can look at doing. I've obviously chosen the distance a little bit too short. Again, we've done these bits. We can look at going combine. I'm going to look at having back up to here, everything selected. My combine target body, my tool body will be here, and then OK. And now if I was to move my center divider, look from underneath, I've now got my dovetail. So you can see here that I haven't gone the whole distance. So I've gone too far in. It would be physically impossible to set that because I would not be able to get my job in. So I need to make sure that I have that come all the way out, and I'm going to have that as a through dovetail housing, and you'll see that dovetail. So Control Z. Before I move that one, I would actually need to make sure that's coming all the way out. Yeah, -5. Combine. There's my target. We're calling you my tool. Now when I move that away, I can see it the whole way through. So my distance of that there, I would look at that length was too short. So at the moment, the length of that is 577. So I need to look at making it inspect. I think it's 577 there. So for that, we're going to need to measure, work out our distances, and how far that should have been. 600, 10, 10 means 580. Yeah, so it looks like we're out by 2.3 mil. Not quite sure how we did that. So that's what would need to be adjusted there. So we can go back through, hopefully, with this, see if we can work that out. I might do that on a separate video.